So today we are working with a client. Her name is Pam. She is a 52-year-old female who suffered a stroke on the left side of her brain about 4 years ago that caused paralysis in her right upper extremity. Some of her main concerns are her ability to do some ADL tasks such as grooming, combing her hair, and also her leisure activity, which is making beaded bracelets. For this video today, we're going to focus on the task of grooming. So, hi Pam, nice to meet you. My name is Brendan. I'm your occupational therapist for today. I understand that one of your concerns is your ability to comb your hair, so I figured that is what we can work on today in therapy.
Okay.
So first, if you can have a seat.
Sure.
So we're going to break the task of hair combing up into its basic movement parts of your upper extremity, one of which is supination and pronation of your forearm. So here I have a deck of cards in front of you, and what I want you to do is, using your right arm, I would like you to grab a card using your first two fingers and your thumb, and I want you to pick it up, and I want you to supinate your forearm and place it on the table. Pronate your forearm back, grab another card, pick it up, and put them in their respective piles based on suits.
Okay.
So when you've done all of the cards, I'm going to have you repeat the task 10 more times.
Okay. Is this what you want me to do at home?
Yes, we're gonna develop a home program for you to do as well, which will basically mimic what we're doing here in therapy.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, you can start. Remember to use your right hand and use your first two fingers and your thumb to pick up the cards.
Okay.
Very good. Now remember to turn your forearm around. Yeah. Remember to try and turn your forearm as best as you can before moving the cards around in your finger. Good.
Like that?
Yep, and as you continue, just keep putting the cards in their suits. Yep, very good. You're doing a very good job of remembering to turn your forearm and now manipulating the card in your hand.
It's hard.
You're doing good there.
It's hardest when it's out to the side.
Well, next time around, we can make it a little bit easier by moving the cards closer to you. Doing the constant repetitions and the same movements of moving your forearm, supinating and pronating your forearm is going to work on the movements that are required when you eventually start combing your hair. It's important that we do as many repetitions as possible to get your muscles used to the movement. And you're almost done. We can actually stop here. So in real practice, we would have Pam finish the entire deck of cards, and we would have her repeat the task 10 more times. To upgrade the challenge, we can put the cards farther away on the table to increase her shoulder flexion and elbow extension. We can also impose a time limit for Pam to complete the task, and we can increase the repertoire of her grasp patterns by requiring her to use lateral key pinch as well as tip to tip.
All right, so Pam, we're going to continue working on those forearm movements that you need to brush your hair. So flipping your palm up and then palm down. And also we're going to incorporate that into some reaching movements because it's a little harder for you to move your forearm the way you want when you're bringing your arm further in front of you. I know we're focused on the task of hairbrushing, so I know you keep your things all nice and organized in your cabinet. So what I'll have you do is pick up the hairbrush from the counter. You're going to hold it bristle side out, reach up, place it bristle side down, so you're flipping it over into the cabinet, then bring your arm down at your side. Then you're going to reach your arm back up, flip the brush so the bristles face up, and then place it back down on the counter so it's flat. We can, let's see how many you can do in about 1 minute. I'll time you, and we'll keep track.
Okay.
Okay? So just let me know when you're all ready. I'll get my timer set up.
I'm ready.
All right. Ready, set, go. Make sure to get that thumb open too. That will help you open up your hand for that cylindrical grasp we're looking for. Good reaching. Remember to flip it. Good. This is number 2. Good. Make sure to use that forearm to flip it instead of just using your fingers. There you go. Okay, you've got 5 seconds. See how many more repetitions you can get in. Good. All right.
How many did I do?
You did 5. Not bad. Maybe next time we'll see if we can fit 2 more repetitions in, so you can get 7 in 60 seconds. But that's a good place to start. To make the task more challenging, what I can have you do is face perpendicular to the cabinet, so that you have to do a side reach, which will be a lot more challenging because when you do that, your elbow is going to want to bend. And another thing I can have you do is use a brush with a bigger handle, or have you grab a hairdryer, which is even bigger. So really working on that hand opening. But good job. This is something I want you to do at home. I want you to take at least 5 minutes out of your day to do this and practice getting as many repetitions within 1 minute period of time as you can.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to continue working on brushing at home. And what I want you to do is reach for the brush with your right hand, pick it up, brush the right side, the left side, and the top of your head. You don't have to go very far back or far up. Just keep it as forward as you need to.
Okay.
Okay? When you're done just brushing once on each side and the top, place the brush down and bring your arm back to your side.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to time you for a minute. See how many of those you can do in a minute. Let me grab my timer. And we'll get going. So, and again, working on that thumb opening, working on that cylindrical grasp, and also eventually working on some of that endurance in your shoulder joint. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You may begin. All right, and you can certainly prop your elbow.
For my arm back?
Yes. Try not to bend your head in so much.
How am I doing?
Good, that was number 2. You have about 10 seconds left. See if you can get one more repetition in there. Alright, I'll give you that one. So that was 3 repetitions in 1 minute. So we want to work on getting more repetitions in there as your endurance improves and your strength improves. And I really want you, a lot of the repetitions you did, you were leaning forward and really compensating with your head and your trunk. I want to focus on using that arm as much as possible without compensating, because it'll not only give your arm more muscle activation and retrain your brain to use it, but always bending your head and neck down, it's not great for your back.
Makes sense.
Okay? To upgrade this task, make it a little more challenging. Instead of bringing your arm back down to your side, I want you to keep your arm up, even in between repetitions. So we're really working on the endurance of that shoulder joint. We can do more for longer periods of time.
Okay.
And also, no more elbows on the table. Once you get a little bit stronger, take that stability component away and just have you work without any support under your elbow.
Okay.
So I want you to do this at home. I want you to take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day and see how many repetitions you can do in 1 minute periods of time.
So I should try and do all 3 of those activities a day?
Yes,
Or one of
every
them a day?
day. I would like you to do every one of those activities at least once a day.
Okay.
Okay, that's how we get that arm back to where it should be.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.